Cars are very imaginative products, they're very emotive products, but they also get us from A to B. And combining that emotion and that function is, I think, what excites all of us.
I've got a team of about 120 engineers. We do what's called engine development. There's a team at Dagenham who do the core engine design. We take what they develop and make sure that it meets the performance targets and critically that it meets the legal emission standards.
The engine itself is the heart of any great car and something we take great pride in making sure is the best in Ford.
At the Dunton site in total are about 4,000 people. The two main groups, one is the overall powertrain group, then the other big area is all the commercial vehicle development, the transits and the connects, that's all based at Dunton as well.
Ford has a very strong commitment to manufacturing in the UK for its powertrain business. About a third of the value of the vehicle is in its powertrain systems, so making sure we have a very robust manufacturing strategy for that is vital. We actually manufacture the bulk of our diesel engines and our gasoline or petrol engines in Britain for our European region, and now we're starting to export globally. Not only does a consumer need a fuel-efficient product, a quiet product, but they also want something that's got energy, it's got excitement, and that's why we spend so much time and effort making our powertrains world-class. R&D is a lifeblood of a company like Ford. Ford's evolving very rapidly now. We're a car company, clearly, but we're also a technology company. We're focusing very heavily on that technology aspect of our business. It's a very challenging time at the moment, but I think we've got the right plan ahead. In the case of the EcoBoost, which is our next generation petrol engine that has the functionality of a diesel engine, as the engineers would say, but great to drive, great fuel economy, we invested in Britain. We felt the foundations were strong here. The quality mindset of our manufacturing teams was just where we needed it to be. And the launch has been fabulous. I'm delighted with the product.
You do have to be creative with the problem solving and using all of those different people with the different expertise to get those problems solved or resolved in a particular direction.
A lot of time spent running test cells, gathering data off the engines and optimising the way that they're running.
I don't think it's appreciated how much detailed engineering goes into the product.
For most people, opening the hood these days means topping up the screen wash and maybe occasionally filling up the oil. But hidden within that is a phenomenally complex power plant with millions of decisions a second about how it's operating. And it is way beyond rocket science. In many ways, our goal is for the customer not to know that that's all going on. They're not space shuttle astronauts. They don't have huge banks of controls, and you get in and turn the key and it performs faultlessly. These will start in about 3 seconds at minus 40 degrees, so you can park it at Moscow airport for a couple of weeks and come back, turn the key, it'll definitely start. The Chinese team took it up to one of the top mountain passes in Tibet, 5,300 and something meters altitude, higher than Mont Blanc. Again, performed flawlessly. The engines adapt to the loss of atmospheric pressure. They model that. They retune themselves to the decreasing air density as you go up the mountains. Some dramatic pictures of snow-covered Himalayas with 3 black Mondeos driving along. It was quite impressive, actually.
The engineer's job has become more challenging, but as engineers, more exciting and more interesting. It's a world that used to be, I think, constrained by legislation, and now we're unleashed with the desire to be the best in the world.
And we're developing products for China, South America, Australia, India, very much a sort of centre of a global operation here.
I think my job is brilliant, actually. One of the reasons I came into Ford was really because of the development opportunities. It's a fascinating job to have. I mean, you're always learning in this job. There's always more to learn, and I don't ever see there's going to be, oh yes, now I know it, we're done.
British engineers, British engineering does tend to spark that, let's try that, or what about this sort of mentality. People are willing to challenge norms and try out different things, proactively go and do stuff and say, oh, I tried this the other day and we got some quite good results.
The workplace has changed over time and it is actually more female friendly now. I don't think there's a differentiation. You are an engineer.
I come into work every day. The smile on my face is big and broad, and that's because I'm doing what I love. The UK is a powerhouse of opportunity for engineering and manufacturing. Our people have tremendous imagination. Strengthening our manufacturing footprint allows us to be a true global player, and that's where we need to be. I'm honoured to be associated with the IMechE, and as a fellow I try to take a perspective not only on what Ford's doing, but how can we be successful in Britain. I believe the engineering part of our business the engineering part of the country, is the first part of the value creation process. We must have manufacturing in Britain and we must strengthen it. Through that involvement comes other innovation. The great thing about Britain is its ability to manage these two issues of getting the cost right and getting the innovation right. That's what Britain does, and we've got to make the most of that opportunity.